This business owner tried to sell his site on another platform for over 6 months without success. And then he came to us and we sold it in one. Let's talk about how he did it. So when you build an online business, if you're planning to exit that business, then building a successful business is only half the battle. The other side of that is selling to a buyer, selling to the right buyer. And this site owner built a really solid site and he just wasn't getting buyer interest on this other marketplace. And there can be several reasons why a certain marketplace might be better than others or why it might attract a different type of buyer. But generally, I would say that in the current state of the economy, there is a lot of buyer hesitation when it comes to where to place your money. So a lot of buyers are either holding on to their money and deciding where best to place it, or they're just being a lot more meticulous about the businesses that they decide to acquire. And if your buyer is selling on a marketplace, not all marketplaces are created equal. Some marketplaces, they don't verify the buyers, but then other marketplaces will verify identity and verify liquidity in order to confirm that, one, it's a real person, but then also it's somebody who's capable of purchasing a business at a specific level. On the Empire Flippers marketplace, we do both. We verify identity and liquidity to ensure that you're getting serious buyers. So after coming to us, this buyer's experience was like night and day. He had a ton of buyer interest. In fact, 103 people unlocked the business, which is where a buyer will unlock the business in order to see kind of under the hood of that online business, to learn more about it and to determine if they'd like to purchase that business. And he sold the business in less than a month. So what did this seller do differently this time? And what can you as a website owner or really just a business owner learn about this experience that you can apply to your own business and potential future exit? These are the characteristics of this website that buyers found attractive and led to a quick sale. The first is reduced owner involvement. So most buyers, when they acquire a business, they don't want to acquire a full-time job. And in fact, you as a business owner probably don't want to have a full-time job eventually as you grow this business. So hiring out and setting up systems in order to replace at least certain aspects of your job can be both really helpful for you and your enjoyment of the business, but also once you decide to exit. So for a website owner, this can look like hiring out for content production, bookkeepers, SEO specialists, just anything that you're currently spending a lot of time on. And you're in a sweet spot if you can get your weekly hours to 10 hours or less per week. Number two is diversification of traffic. The biggest risk to a content-based site is a Google algorithm update. So the best way to mitigate that risk is to not be over-reliant on one traffic source. So you can do this in two ways. One is to ensure that not all of your traffic is being generated by just one or two pages. Make sure that it's spread out over multiple pages. And the second is where you're getting your traffic from. A percentage of it being organic is great, but then also, can you pull in traffic from an email list or from social media pages or from ads even? And third is the age of a business. Now, this is something you obviously have less control over if you are a new website owner, but just know that the older a website is, the more history it has that shows how the website interacted with Google algorithm updates, what seasonality patterns look like, what's the overall trend, with the understanding that when a buyer looks at this, they're thinking if this website lasted for this period of time, seeing steady, if not an increasing trend, then it's more likely to continue in that trend for years to come. Next, let's talk about preparing the business for sale. Now, when it comes to exiting your business, my recommendation here is to not make it harder on yourself than it needs to be. I know for me, before I got into this space, I always thought that the exit was going to be this crazy complicated process. But it's only that way, I realized, because most business owners they don't have experience in exiting their business. That's usually a one-time event for them, or maybe just a handful of events for the serial entrepreneurs. But a majority of the time is spent on operating and growing the business. So my recommendation is to continue doing what you do best, which is operating and growing your business, and to work with professionals who specialize in specifically the exit of your business and to helping you to see that through to success. And you can do that by working with a reputable brokerage with a verified marketplace. So if you're curious about what the valuation of your site is at this moment, you can use our free valuation tool. I'll leave a link below. And you can also speak directly with our sales advisors about what your valuation is and how you could potentially increase that or when the best time is for you to exit your business if you want to sometime in the future, and I'll leave a link for that below as well. And if you're new to websites and you just want an overview about how to build, buy, or grow a website, then click on this video. So thanks for watching and see you next time.